What's up my loves, my name is Paige, this is Pages with Paige, and this is the start of a new Not Safe for Workathon reading vlog. Hello! So this is the start of a new vlog and I am keen. This will be running through most of the Because We Can Readathon. I've got this weekend as well. It is Saturday the 11th at 9:20. I am waiting for Mel and Elle to go live, so they're going to do some reading sprints from 9:30, so I'm hoping to join in with that and continue on with City of Brass by S.A. Chakraborty. I got 130 pages in last night and keen to keep going. I'm really invested in the story this time around. I think I just wasn't in the headspace to be reading City of Brass when I tried to pick it up last time, so happy to be diving back into this and making some more progress. And oh, it's just so floppy and so nice. So yeah, really enjoying this so far. The characters are really wonderful of their personalities and their experiences. 130 pages in are well discussed. You get a sense of each character, their ambitions, and just why they are the way that they are, and I'm really enjoying it. So very keen to get on those sprints. We do have a semi-busy day. Nothing insane, we just need to go do a food shop and take photos of around the house. I need to figure out Monday's video and hopefully film Monday, Tuesday, and then I need to edit. Wait, Tuesdays is this vlog. Never mind. Film Monday, Wednesday, and then edit Monday and this vlog. Last week's vlog is only like half an hour of raw footage, so fingers crossed it's not going to take me too long, and then the community spirit video should be pretty chill. I will check in with you sometime. Hello, it is now just changed to midnight on the 12th of September, and 5 minutes ago I finished The City of Brass by S.A. Chakraborty. So I read nearly 400 pages today and got this done, and I am currently shook at that fact. I have read nearly 400 pages twice this week, which is just insane, and I'm still trugging along with my masters and whatever else, so it's like, yes. I'm sorry my voice is going, I haven't been talking much apparently. I'm giving this 4.5 stars. It was really fascinating. I'm hooked. I want to know more. It just didn't have that same pizzazz. There's a lot of that recently, and I don't know, it's probably a me thing more than the book things, but I really enjoyed it. I'm in love with these characters and very curious as to how the rest of the series is going to go. Definitely an enjoyable read. The magic system is beautiful, the world fantastic, a lot of political motivators and things, which was very interesting towards the end. And yeah, I didn't expect any of this, so it was really refreshing and really nice, which was my reading goal for this week. So I don't know what to do. Like, I've got everything planned out for next week for Because We Can Readathon, so I'm just like, oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know what to do with myself tomorrow, but we will deal with that when I wake up. Right now I'm very tired and would like to go to sleep, so that's what I'm gonna do. And I will check in with you tomorrow. Hopefully not saying that I've finished another thing, because that would be fucking insane. Hello, so it is now 11:48 on Sunday the 12th, and I'm gonna head to bed, but I just wanted to check in with today's reading. So I read a 2,000 word short story for Demonathon, which was A Softness of the Heart by Lulu Kadhim, and I'm giving this 3 stars. It was an interesting short little story, but it just didn't offer much more than that. So I had a few thoughts about it, but at the same time I'm like, yeah, it wasn't bad, it just wasn't amazing. And then I picked up Scarlet and I read 158 pages, so 35% of the way through, and very exciting. This is going towards the Because We Can Readathon, which is starting tomorrow. I'm just getting a little bit of a head start because I wanted to read something today, and that's continue with a book or series, so got that covered. that's where I'm at for that, and we'll see how the rest of it sort of shapes up. This is the start of the Because We Can, and I'm excited to see where this week takes me. So I've just updated my sheets and I need to go in and update my Goodreads, and then I'll be ready for bed. So I will check in with you tomorrow. It will be doing masters from 10 till 3, trying to get through another 600 words of this assignment. We're almost there, which is very exciting. And then I'll play it by ear for what I want to be doing. I need to get to page like 300 and something for this tomorrow, and we'll just keep going. That's now updated, so we'll turn this off and I'll chat with you tomorrow. Bye! Hello, so it is now 10:15 on the Monday the 13th, and this is the start of the Because We Can Readathon. As I was saying yesterday, I started Scarlet by Marissa Meyer and I finished it. Book 1 done for Because We Can. This was continue watching, so either continue on with the book or series. This is fulfilling both of those because I started it yesterday and continued on with it today, and then it's the second in the Lunar Chronicle series, so very happy with that. That also was Not Safe for Workathon Free Space, You Vanilla Bitch, and Bookathon, there we go. And one thing that I didn't realize was this is the last book that I needed to read to complete my Demonathon, which I haven't actually talked about. Demonathon is now done, which kind of took me by surprise, but I ain't mad about it. Thoughts? Love this. 4.5, really fast-paced, adventure-y, introduces characters, one of which I like. The other one I absolutely adore, and I'm very curious to see how it continues on. I'm very excited to continue on with Cress. As I was saying in the Discord, this is a book that makes you realize how lovely it can be to binge read a series. And I know I'm not binging it back to back to back, but even just doing one a month is so nice. And I can't remember the last time I did read a series back to back. So definitely something I'm gonna look into doing more of, just because I'm really enjoying it and it's all fresh, it's all fun, it's a great discussion, and I'm loving it. So yes, definitely loved how this went. Curious characters that I'm adoring. All ties are coming sort of more together, and yeah, the next one will be Cress, which is the third, and then we read Theorist, and then Winter, and then Stars Above. So I'm curious, I'm very, very intrigued, I'm very excited. With that, I don't know what to read next. So my goals for this week, I don't know if I've talked about them already, but Scarlet, She Who Became the Sun, Frostheart 3, Under the Whispering Door, and Neon Gods. She Who Became the Sun is the last book on my Twister picks that I need to do for this week, and then I literally have one other essential read, which I know I'm buddy reading on the 27th with Eva, so I'm not too worried about that. I'm thinking I want to pick up Frostheart just so I can make a big dent in it. The only reason I want to pick up She Who Became the Sun is because I think I could get through a decent chunk before bed. It is approaching 10:30 and I would like to have an early night, so that would be beneficial. I also do want to make some progress in the arcs just in case I fall behind. I have an audiobook or two up my sleeve. Technically Neon Gods does have an audiobook as well, but I'm like, shouldn't I prioritize She? So it's a conglomerate of shit and I'm just not doing anything instead. I do have Frostheart on my phone, so I might dive into that for a little bit, or Under the Whispering Door. Technically, like, Under the Whispering Door is significantly smaller than Frostheart, but Frostheart has illustrations and yeah. So these are the two physical books I have left, and then we'll see how the rest go. I also want to do She Who Became the Sun later in the week, just because it's my book club book, so I want to be able to take my time and actually respond to it. So I think I've decided on reading a little bit of Frostheart just to start, and then we'll see how we go. I need to read, technically this isn't going to happen, I need to read 180 pages tonight, so no, to be at the point where I would have read the equivalent of 249 pages a day, which would allow me to finish off my TBR on time. Like everything, City of Bones included, and 1,000 Ships, which is the group book for Mythothon. Those are options. Frostheart 3 is an addition that I wasn't expecting, but I'm not mad about it, so let's do that. Hello, it is now very dark. Wednesday the 15th, and I have half an hour before I'm due to go live, so I'm just making myself a tad more presentable. Yesterday was a day, so I'm gonna quickly fix this and then we can have a chat. Hello. Oh my god. Okay, so I'm dressed, I'm ready for my live. I'm feeling a lot calmer because that was just very stressful and unpleasant. I originally was checking in yesterday. Things were gonna happen, I got told they were gonna happen, and then whiplash 3 hours later, they didn't and weren't going to. So that was really tough because I walked into therapy, like this thing happened an hour before I was due to go to my therapy session. In therapy we were talking and working through my phobia and like key events that had happened. So by the time I got out, I was full ball adrenaline because this thing would have required me having to shape and change the way that I was planning on setting up the rest of my masters and just other things, and it's doable, it's totally fine. But because it was so left field, I was just like, what the fuck, like holy shit, okay, I now no longer have time to do this and this, fuck. And so I go to therapy and we talk through that, and then we spend the rest of the hour working through key events that have been really traumatic for me. And it's just like, and so I was very much like, when I came out, I was all like still flustered and because, you know, combination of everything. And then I get an email saying the first thing's not going ahead, and I'm like, don't fucking do that, please. So that's, I talked more in detail about what the thing is, and so that's why I didn't check in yesterday, because by the time I got home, I had an adrenaline crash so bad. It was not fun. I went live, and if you check that out, you will literally see me in the beginning just being like, just dead. My battery's dying, so I'll keep this quick. I'm about to go, well, I got 15 minutes before I go live, so I might change my battery and keep talking. But I did pick up some more of Frostheart, so I'll change my battery and we can keep talking. Hello again. All right. Yeah, so yesterday I crashed. I took a half-hour nap, 40-minute nap, which I never do. That was like 8:40, until 10 past 9, 20 past 9. So that was fun. I then woke up and was like, oh, I'm feeling really energized and refreshed. So let's read Frostheart. I'm now up to 54%. So I've made some significant progress and oh my god, I'm loving it so much. Originally I was having issues with reading it on my phone and I didn't realize it was because my phone was in dark mode. I was reading it at night and so it was altering the text. So now that I've switched my phone off dark mode and just keep it on light mode permanently, it's a lot better for me because I can feel okay reading it on my phone. It's not the best experience, but it's not the worst. Jamie's illustrations just fill me with joy and I love these characters so much. So I'm so happy that I'm getting to read the e-arc of Frostheart 3 and I definitely will be buying a finished copy. Buying a finished copy was never going to be, like, I know some people get arcs and then they're like, cool, I've read this so I don't need to buy the physical copy. Like, I'm probably not going to get the physical copy of Before We Were Blue or The Bookbinder's Daughter just because they're not all-time favorites. They're not new amazing things that I want to keep on my shelves. I really enjoyed them, but I don't have to go out of my way to get them. But with Frostheart 3, I was always going to buy a physical copy. I just thought it'd be nice to get the arc and be able to talk about it and hype it up. So if anyone hasn't read Frostheart, go get your hands on it because it is an amazing middle grade. I know Gavin hypes it to the nth degree, so you don't really need it from me as well. But I love it. Oh, it's so nice being able to sit down and just take a breath and vent. I didn't realize how tight I was still wound. I'll be focusing on my masters for today, getting that done and looking at doing a job response. So that's great. And then the house photos, they'll come when they'll come. I might not do productivity sprints on Friday and to focus on getting those house photos done, just because they are urgent, but for me mentally it's like, well, so what? I'd rather have my master's work up to date, so if life circumstances change and things occur, then I'm not going to freak mubbles that I'm not going to have enough time in the day to be able to get everything done, because I love reading, I love making booktube videos, I love this hobby that I have started. And I don't want to have to sacrifice my enjoyment for masters, knowing that I'm in a position, and I didn't realize this, otherwise I would have started on my masters earlier, but it was just one of those things that I was like, oh, like, I get these done and I'm done. I don't have to worry anymore. I don't want to go back to having to do masters at night. I don't want to have to go back to that stress of working so long and feeling like I'm never getting anywhere, because during the day it doesn't matter. I'm not exhausted by, or some days I'm exhausted by the time I start, but not every day. I'm feeling most days I'm feeling alert by the time we start, and I just have a lot more faith in what I'm studying. I have a lot more faith in what I'm writing, and it just feels better. So yeah, I don't want to have to go back to that mad dashing for hours at night, not sleeping properly because I can't turn my brain off because I've been thinking about uni content before 30 seconds before going to bed, and not being able to read or make videos because I don't have enough hours in a day. That's where I'm sort of at, just wanting to blast through it as much as I can, but also acknowledging the fact that I probably need a break between assignments, if anything, just to get the fucking content that I need. So to be able to do the last one. So my plan of attack for today is we'll go live. I will finish hopefully the 400 words before the 2-hour mark. Yeah, normally I write 300 words, break 300 words, but I would love to write the 400 in just that section, get it done. And then when I come home, I can focus on references and getting those up to date where they need to be, and then just formatting it in the assignment. And oh my god, I can't believe how close I am to actually having this done. So that is the plan for today, is the 400 in the morning, references in the afternoon. We are taking a 2-hour break instead, so I can go run Ash some lunch. I slept in, and normally I'll make him a sandwich, but yesterday I wanted to take, that was another thing. Yesterday I wanted to take him a sandwich from the deli place that I went to on the weekend, and he couldn't get one because he didn't have his insulin with him, but it was delicious. So I want to go and get one for him and take it to him for lunch, which we were going to do yesterday because I had therapy and I was out and it just worked in nicely, except the deli's not open on Tuesdays. So I was like, fuck. And I didn't realize that until later on in the piece. And then lo and behold, Ash didn't know what he wanted for lunch, so I just got him a coffee and went home. But it was all just so to sum up yesterday, which accurate. I'm gonna take the 2-hour lunch break so I can get the dishes done and go and take food to Ash, and then that will be good. And then we'll come back and finish off the references. So I've got my game plan back and I'm feeling more in the swing of things. I'm still very not okay. Very not okay. I feel more secure in what I'm doing now than where I was yesterday. So I apologize for not checking in yesterday. Technically I went to. We don't need that. And I went to film. I took my camera into bed to be like, hey, I read Frostheart. Nope. Ash absolutely conked out while I was still reading. I was like, it can wait till tomorrow. We'll just explain the whole situation. It'll be fine. So that's where we're at. I've got 5 minutes till I'm going live and I'm feeling really good. Breathing out is so nice. That was yesterday and I'm glad that it is over there. So I might bounce off here and go get myself set up for the things that I need, and then I will chat with you later.
Just an ass.
That's an ass. Hi.
Greetings. This is my vlog. Many interesting facts about Ash. Nostrils.
Hello. So it's now late Wednesday night, Thursday morning, and we're gonna head to bed, but I wanted to come on and just say that I finished Frostheart 3, Rise of the World Eater, and I absolutely adored it. 5-star read. Are we surprised? Not in the slightest. It was just a beautiful conclusion to the whole overarching plot. There were particular characters in moments that just really hit home, and overall I just really enjoyed it. And then I read up to chapter 5 of She Who Became the Sun by Shelley Parker-Chan, and so far really enjoying this. It's quite fascinating seeing the history of Zhu and just their life at the monastery. Where I've ended is like, oh my god, where is this going next? Her determination and strength of will is very interesting. I feel like there are times that it bordered on the unbelievable. That's fine. So I'm curious to see how the rest of their story shapes up. The goal for tomorrow is to get the house up to scratch, be taking the photos, get ready for my job interview, have my grandpa stick his head around. He's just going to drop his iPad off so I can do stuff to it, and then he'll take it and go again. And I'll need to go to the shops on the way back from the job interview. I want to get 2 videos filmed, and there was something else I had to do. Oh yeah, finish She-Who. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, big day, but very excited. Also, I handed in my portfolio, so that is done and dusted. That is out of my hair. It is no longer something I need to think about, and I have one 2,400 word assignment left, and I'm done with my master's degree, provided I pass everything, which, fingers crossed, I probably should. So I'm gonna leave it here, and I will check in with you probably tomorrow night, maybe sometime throughout the day. The likelihood of that is slim though. Hello! It is now 2:20 and I'm showered and washed my hair and I've taken the house photos for the house inspection that I was stressing over, and I've read 50 pages of She Who Became the Sun, so I'm now up to page 140 and I'm really enjoying this. I got myself a little bit confused in a section from chapter 5 onwards. I'm now up to chapter 9 and it has now resolved itself, but I was listening to the audiobook and not following along, and we got introduced to a lot of new characters and my brain was like, who are these people? I've forgotten every name that's ever existed. So I was like really confused. I didn't know who was who or where anything came in to be, and I didn't know where our protagonist was, and it was very messy. But it's all good now. So I've sat down and actually read it and figured out where we're up to. So that's where I'm up to. I need to read an additional 270 pages to be able to have caught up entirely. I don't know how this is gonna go. I'm making dinner tonight, so I can't just sit down and read. I'm more than happy to make dinner tonight because I never make dinner, so it will be a nice change for Ash. But yeah, I'm gonna be making dinner, and what else? Oh, the job interview, and then needing to go and buy some more groceries. So I'm in like a little bit of a, this isn't gonna happen, but I'm confident I will probably hit my 220 goal for today. It's always those extra 50 pages. It's an extra hour that I just don't put in. I've already hit my to get through most of the things. The way that I'm structuring it is I need to get through Twisted Choosers. I literally have this and All the Bad Apples, which I am buddy reading with Aoife on the 27th. So I'm gonna read that at the end of Fall Into Reading-a-thon and then continue on with Aoife on the 27th. And then I have my additionals, which are like Neon Gods, Perfume, all the ones that I've been talking about. And I've included Frost Heart in that because I did get accepted for the ARC and I've now read that. Then my not requireds. So City of Bones, The Softness of the Heart, which was the group book for Demonathon, and 1,000 Ships, which is the group book for Mythathon. So I don't need to read those 3, and that's the 250 pages a day, and where I'm needing to read an extra 270 pages of this today to be able to be there. So it doesn't matter if I don't hit that goal. I'm already above my 220 pages a day, which will get me through everything up to Frost Heart and Under the Whispering Door and all of that. So that's fine. It's literally just City of Bones and 1,000 Ships, which I won't be able to fit in, provided I can keep the momentum going. We don't know how the momentum's gonna go because I'm going for a job interview soon and I may have a job and masters. But yes, I'm very happy with how my reading has been going. I'm thrilled that I'm already Twister is a non-issue. And I've got 4 other audiobooks to get me through the rest of it. I could even include City of Bones if I wanted to. I'm really not stressing about City of Bones or 1,000 Ships. I'd like to get to 1,000 Ships, but I don't. Actually, what if we just... Hey, I'm right on track! So if I cut out City of Bones, I'm literally right on track to be able to still fit in 1,000 Ships as well. So that's actually kind of exciting. Okay, I'm happy. I'm really happy with that. I figured City of Bones was going to be pushed to the side anyway. Why is it that I want to read 1,000 Ships more than I want to read City of Bones? Anyway, doesn't matter. I'm deciding what I want to be doing for next year's reading goals. I really want to have a serious think about my series and being serious about series. Because I have so many that I have started or that I own all of them for, and I just haven't made any progress. I'm thinking I might buckle down on that next year. But then I'm vibing reading my entire nonfiction collection, and I've read 7 nonfiction this year, so that's not going to happen. But it's those things, or getting through all my hauled books and saying fuck it to the backlist books, and then focusing on the backlist once I've caught up with everything that I've hauled from 2019. 2020 and 2021 have been when I've been recording my hauls. So I'm getting through those, seeing how we go. Reading my rainbow, they're all goals that I have this year that I know I'm not going to get to, which is fine. It doesn't bother me not finishing those big goals, but it's nice deciding what structure I want to have. So yeah, I'm also trying to figure out the next month's videos. I need 3 more. And I don't know. I suppose I can ask you here, what videos would you like to see next month? I'm currently working my way through multiple different things. I do need to film and edit a video tonight, so I might go keep listening to She Who and see how we go. I'm a bounce off and I will check in with you later. Hello my loves, so it is now Thursday the 16th of September at 5 to midnight and just checking in. The job interview went well. They had a lot of other candidates, so I wouldn't be surprised if I don't get it, but I'd be kind of stoked if I did. So that's where we're sitting at for that. I don't feel like I did poorly in the interview, so it wouldn't be that. It would just be someone with more experience gets it, which also fair. In saying that, I made potato bake tonight and I just couldn't get into the reading zone. So I did read 140 pages. So I'm now up to page 220 of She Who Became the Sun and I'm really enjoying it. What?
It's like, I just wasn't in the reading mood. But I got through 140 pages, which I'd like struggled to get through 50 a day.
Well, yeah, I'm trying to read 220 at least.
I know, but it's just funny.
Yeah. I was not in the reading mood, but I read 140 pages. Most of that was listening to it whilst taking photos for a virtual house inspection.
Most of it was reading while taking a dump. Ooh, I'm sorry. I'll stop interrupting.
One thing with the audiobook is it's really hard to follow the characters' names. So I've been struggling to pinpoint who's saying what more than what's happening. The general gist is still absolutely clear as day. It's just when there's conversations, I'm like, oh, I need to listen a little bit harder. Who was that person again? And when I'm reading physically, it all just works seamlessly. So I don't know if it's a me and audiobook things. I suppose it's like the same with Robin Hobb. I still managed to fuck up those characters. I think it's more a me thing than the book thing. I'm really enjoying it. It's just when I'm listening to it, I really need to be paying attention for character names and trying to remember who they are. But when I'm reading whilst listening, it's no problem at all. I think what happened was we went from knowing particular set of characters in chapter 4 and chapter 5 is quite different, and we got introduced to a lot of new people very quickly, and I was listening to the audiobook while trying to do something else. So I think I've just missed that foundational thing that makes sense. That's my only troublesome spot, but even then that's not a book thing, it's a me thing, not paying attention. So yeah, outside of that, pretty chill. My goal for tomorrow is to focus on getting the content that I need to know for my last assignment, and then I'm going to take the weekend off. I haven't had a weekend where I haven't felt guilty for not doing things. In saying that, I also need to film and edit for the next little while, so that's something that I'm doing anyway, which is yay, but it is what it is. And yeah, I think that's about it from me, so I will check in with you tomorrow. Hello, so it's now 9:30 on Friday the 17th and I have just finished She Who Became the Sun by Shelley Parker-Chan. I'm giving it 5 stars. I can see at the moment it feels more like a 4.5, but I know I'm going to sit on it. So that's my reasoning behind that. I adored these characters. I thought it was a really fantastic take, something new, something fresh, and I just had a blast with these characters and learning more about them. So I'm keen for the next one. I definitely will be picking it up and continuing on with the series. I want to know everything that happens because holy damn, shit's intense. This was the Library of the Unread book club pick for August, September, so we will be doing a discussion on that later as well. But right now Pris is running some sprints on the Bookopoly Discord, so I'm gonna dive into my next read, which is Neon Gods by Katie Robert, and I'm so excited! So So Ash has got the kettle on, so I'm gonna go make a cup of tea and dive into this. And I am beyond keen. Hello. So Ash and I are just closing up for the night because it is 12:30 on, oh fuck my life, it's Friday. That's end the vlog day. Okay, we is gonna do this very quickly because I want to go to sleep. The first thing I finished was City of Brass by S.A. Chakraborty, and I gave this a 4.5 stars. It was really enjoyable. I can't wait to continue on with the rest of the series. Then I read A Softness of Heart by Lulu Cadham for Demonathon's little group book thing. It was less than 2,000 words, just a short story. I gave it 3 stars. It didn't wow me, but it wasn't bad. It just, I'd give it to like my middle graders to introduce them to a few different topics. Then I read Scarlet by Marissa Meyer, and I gave this a 4.5 stars. Really enjoyable, just fantastic characters, and I really enjoy the group just expanding, and so I'm definitely keen to continue on with Caress next month. I think that will be a lot of fun. Then I read an e-arc of Frostheart 3, Rise of the World Eater, and obviously I gave that 5 stars. I adore Jamie Littler's illustrations, the story. Seeing it all come to a close just hurt me in many ways, and I loved it. And yeah, it was just a fantastic conclusion to the trilogy, and I can't wait for people to be able to get their hands on it and give it a go. And then today I finished She Who Became the Sun by Shelley Parker-Chan, and I'm giving this 5 stars as well. It's leaning more towards the 4.5, but close enough that I could round it into the 5, so that's what I'm gonna do. Really fascinating, really nice reading from a military sort of political figures in a completely different setting than what I'm used to, so that was fascinating, and I really loved the LGBTQIA+ rep in it, and it just really, like, it was heartbreaking but also really enlightening at the same time. So got a lot of different thoughts. Can't wait to have a discussion with the Facebook group about it and how they feel about it and things like that. And then I read 241 pages of Neon Gods today. It was glorious and I loved it. So yeah, I'm 58% of the way through, so I don't have much to go. I'm definitely going to finish this tomorrow, and I am absolutely adoring it at the moment, and I can't wait to see where it goes. I know that, well, I was just reading some Goodreads reviews because most of it's a 4-star, but then the 1-star reviews I was just very confused by, but to each their own. I'm sure people would have critiques of me giving Nevernight, Mary Poppins, and Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus 1 star. So also I'm gonna do this now because I will also mention it again at the end of next week when I mention that I finished this. If you're not into kink, maybe don't pick up Katie Robert. She is a fantastic author, but her sex scenes are very much based in the BDSM community. There is a lot of discussions around submission and dominance and fantastic conversations on consent. So it's absolutely brilliant. Like her quotes, I was going, yes, marvelous. But if you're not into BDSM or you don't think you're gonna like romance, this isn't for you. And that's totally okay. Recently I did read A Touch of Darkness, and I enjoyed that Hades and Persephone retelling. I suppose what the main issue is the language that we use to describe it. It is more Hades and Persephone inspired. It uses Hades and Persephone as pivotal characters. It's not retelling their story in the fucking slightest, because it's going in a whole other direction, but it's using that as a foundation to then build off the narrative. It's not necessarily retelling it in a structural integrity towards the myths that exist. They just use key particular elements from it. So if you're I need my retellings to actually be really similar to the actual Greek myth, again, no. I think it's a particular audience that loves Katie Roberts. I'm definitely in that crowd. I definitely want to promote it, and this is her first traditionally published, whereas the rest of hers are indie. But in saying that, I also don't want people to pick things up just because it's what TikTok says or what BookTube says. I'm very, very chuffed with how much I got read, getting my Frostheart arc done, and I will be continuing on with Under the Whispering Door over the weekend, which is going to be the magical readathon, 24-hour readathon. So I don't know what times it is for my time zone. Doesn't really matter to me. But yeah, let me know in the comments, how has your week been? Are you feeling good? Have any life changes happened? How are you doing? If you like this video, feel free to give it a big thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more of this mess, feel free to subscribe. And I'll hopefully see you on my next video. Bye!